Westbrook Senior High School in the Beaumont Independent School District, and also the pleasure of serving as secretary of this region of Texas Music Educators Association. This evening culminates activities which began almost a year ago, closer probably to 11 months, when committees were meeting in this part of the state of Texas for the junior high students, and were selecting pieces of music that would be used for their competitive auditions to make it to the stage tonight. And across the state, members of the Texas College Music Teachers Association were selecting pieces of music that would be used for the high school auditions. Each student who is represented on the stage tonight earned his or her chair through a competitive audition, students of like instruments of his or her peers. You should not take lightly their accomplishment, and I trust that many of you will be with us for the entire evening so that you'll be able to see the progression of musical ability as we go from the younger junior high students through those students who have qualified to go on to area auditions and some qualifying for membership in the Texas All-State Band. Our first band this evening is Junior High School Band 2, and it is under the direction of Mrs. Sheily Bell. And about the nicest thing that I can say to you is our opinion of her, which is outstandingly high, because we have asked her to return this evening in her second performance with us as a junior high school clinician. Mrs. Bell is from East Ascension High School in Gonzales, Louisiana. She is a most attractive lady and most capable band director, and I am sure that if your student is in this band, you know that they have enjoyed having her. She'd like to open her program tonight with a piece called Chorale and Hosanna by Palestrina. Ladies and gentlemen, Junior High School Band number 2, Mrs. Sheily Bell. Before we continue the concert this evening, we'd like to know who belongs to who. So if you are a parent or a relative of one of the delightful young folks who are on the stage this evening, would you stand up and let us say hello and thanks for sharing your young person with us this weekend. You may notice that gives us the opportunity to wave without people saying, oh, look, they're waving at me. And it works out very nicely. There are another group of people who go fairly unsung, and thanks are not usually spread around quite enough. If you are one of the faculty members, band directors, or assistants, private lesson teachers who deal with any of the youngsters on the stage, would you be so kind to stand and let us say thank you for the time and talent you invest in these young folks. I believe that Mrs. Bell is going to share a word or two with you before the last number. However, to continue her program, she would like to do Mike Story's Jubilee. Mrs. Bell.
She's on the podium.
I would like to thank the Region 10 Association for inviting me back. It's surely a treat to come back and see and recognize friends that I've met the last time. It certainly has been a wonderful experience for me working with these young ladies and gentlemen on the stage. Their enthusiasm and their cooperation is a tribute to the teachers and you as well. There's a lot of good teaching going on in this state, and I really appreciate all the hard work that's done. Thank you for having me.
Mrs. Bell has selected John Kinyon's New Age Overture to close junior high band to its performance. Mrs. Bell. junior high band too. Thank you, Mrs. Bell. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to make an announcement in that I want you to know that tape recordings, both audio and video, are being made of this evening's performance, and you may order them on forms in the main lobby. And you also need to know the way that we proceed from here is that there'll be a little bit of racket backstage, and you'll see the curtain flap in and out several times, and that's because we're going to wave our magic baton, and one band is going to turn to another band, and we're going to do this again.
Hey, Glenn.
In the meantime, I hope you'll take the opportunity, and we'll move as quickly as possible, but you'll take the opportunity to say hello to a friend you may not have seen for a while, or make a new one. So it'll be 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll be back with you just as quickly as we can. Thank you.